Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nichols Softball Complex on the campus of Volunteer State Community College in Gallatin, Tennessee, where we have doubleheader action in junior college softball between the visiting Lady Vols of John A. Logan College and the Lady Pioneers of Volunteer State. John A. Logan comes in with a record of 4-2 on the young season. They play in Division I in Region 24, located up just outside of Marion, Illinois, probably about 3 hours away from Gallatin, Tennessee. The Lady Pioneers come in with a record of 1-1 on the season. Big thanks to A.J. Fawson as he walks out, the head engineer, audio and visual here at Volunteer State, to make sure that we could get up and running for today's first home game of the year for the Lady Pioneers, who are coached by Christian Lynn, assisted by Brian Drake. Manager Mackenzie Lusk in her first game here with the Lady Pioneers. Let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. Big thanks to Toyota of Gallatin, across the street from the VolState campus, the easternmost entrance, to General Manager Eric Carr and General Sales Manager Jake Thompson for their support of VolState Athletics' brand new scoreboards as of last spring that are here not only at the Nichols Softball Complex but also up at Pioneer Field for the baseball complex, and two brand new scoreboards in the Richard Moore Gymnasium in the basketball, pickle field house here for basketball. So 4 brand new scoreboards on the campus. So big shout out to Toyota of Gallatin. Here's a starting lineup for the visiting Lady Vols. Leading off, playing right field, Michaela Coburn. Batting second, the DP, Skylar Skylar Rochelle. And batting third, the pitcher, Avery Booty. Buddy is how you say that. Not Booty, not Buddy, but Buddy. Ella Palm, the catcher, will hit cleanup. Jillian Jeffries playing first base, batting fifth. Abigail King batting sixth, playing left field. Delaney Hilp at second base, batting seventh. Hitting eighth and playing shortstop, DeLynn Eilers. Center fielder J.C. Dees will bat ninth, and the flex player playing third base, Laura Lenahan. In her 7th season, head coach of the Lady Vols, Taylor Seifert. She is assisted by Taylor Rogers and Rusty Orsburn. Now for the Lady Pioneers of Volunteer State, leading off, playing shortstop, Corey Harris. Batting second, playing right field, Michaela Fuqua. Batting third, playing left field, Katie Davis. And the DP in today's first contest, hitting cleanup, Bailey Osbrooks. Riley Lotzenheiser at first base. Batting fifth, Shelby Green. Batting sixth, playing center field. Marianne Bellevue playing second base, batting seventh. Lydia Kirby behind the plate. She'll hit eighth. And Corinne Knapp playing third base, batting ninth. And in the circle for the Lady Pioneers is Caitlin Davis. Caitlin has yet to throw a pitch in her collegiate career. We'll get in the circle today. She's a freshman from Manchester, Tennessee, Coffee County High School graduate, majoring in pre-nursing, the daughter of Rick and Denise Davis. As you see, the umpires and the head coaches meeting at home plate, behind the plate today, and Mike Barrett on the bases, Easton Litton, as Coach Christian Lynn and Coach Taylor Seifert shake hands. We are about ready for the national anthem, as you see the teams that will line up on the first base line course, we cannot carry the national anthem here on YouTube or we'll be kicked off. So we will keep it here, but we will mute. Not sure how much we'd get of the volume of the national anthem anyway, but we'll be right back after the playing of our national anthem. And we are ready to play ball here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Be getting started a little bit earlier than the 1 p.m. scheduled start time. It is 12:54 on my watch, so the Lady Pioneers will take the field. Here's how they will play defensively. Katie Davis out in left field, Shelby Green in center, Michaela Fuqua in right field, Corinne Knapp at third, Corey Harris at short, Marianne Bellevue at second base, Riley Lotzenheiser at first base, Lydia Kirby behind the plate catching Caitlin Davis in her collegiate debut. Lady Pioneers lost some significant talent from last year's squad that finished third in the conference, went 3-2 in the conference tournament. Their two losses was to Chattanooga State that battled Walters State for the championship. Both teams were ranked in the top 20 a year ago, and Walters State, I believe at one point in time, was ranked number 1 in the country, went to the World Series, did not win, but both of those teams are preseason ranked in the top 20. But they will pot Lady Pioneers after they play Sydney Harris, Grace Gregory, Killian Roberts, Anaya Boone, and others as we are set to play baseball, or softball as it might be, at 12:55 p.m. First pitch in there for a called strike. We are underway. Kayla Coburn slaps one down to third. Knapp over to Lotzenheiser for out number 1. Brings it to plate. Skylar, get that right, Rochelle, the DP, swinging it from the right side. Davis delivers. That pitch is fouled off. Wind blowing out to center field. Game time temperature 54 degrees. A little bit of wind here. We'll see if that affects. There's a fly ball out to right field. Fuqua has it measured, and she'll make the catch for out number 2. Pitcher Avery Buddy steps to the plate. Step in there on the left side. She's halfway in the shadows. Davis Delivers one high. There's a ground ball to the right side. Lotzenheiser will slide and touch the base with the ball in her glove for a 1-2-3 inning. And the Lady Pioneers will come to the plate in the bottom of the first. We'll take a break. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the VolState Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Thanks for joining us for the first home game of the year for the Lady Pioneers. Corey Harris steps in. Infield drawn in for the fleet-footed shortstop. Buddy delivers the first pitch. Delayed call. Going to have that all day long. Strike one. I think that probably caught the outside corner, and it did. Early 2 strikes on Harris. Corey Harris, sophomore. Utility player, I guess. Shortstop, and we'll get in the circle. She slaps one over the shortstop's head and a leadoff single for Corey Harris. That brings up Michaela Fuqua for her first at-bat here at VolState. Harris is from Cedar Hill, Tennessee, went to Joe Burns High School. Fuqua from Decatur. Alabama, went to Austin High School. Runner goes, throw down to second base, is not in time. Pitch called a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Fuqua will look at ball 3. On deck, Katie Davis, the left fielder. Four straight outside the zone. And Michaela Fuqua will head down to first base. A freshman, the daughter of Jeffrey and Lena Fuqua, has a granddad in Cortland, Alabama, and a grandma in Decatur, Alabama. I hope they're watching in. And here's another Austin High School player from Austin High School, Decatur, Alabama, Katie Davis. I'm sure she had something to do with recruiting Michaela Fuqua. And Well, a timeout as head coach Taylor Seifert will go out and talk to Avery Buddy. I'm not going to get that name right all game long. It's not Buddy. It's not Booty. It's Buddy. I apologize to the entire Buddy family. Shows a strike on the board there. I thought he called that a ball. Let's see if we get it figured out. Umpire looked up at the scoreboard, did not make a change. Swinging a tapper that will go foul toward the Lady Pioneers dugout. They do have no balls and 2 strikes, so I'll make that correction. 0-2 pitch coming. 2 on, nobody out. Another foul ball. Kick over to Coach Christian Lynn, and he'll throw it back into play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Bailey Osbrooks. Another foul ball off the screen. Davis has played and started in both of the games for VolState already this year. 3 for 7, has a double. Looking for her first RBI of the year. Swing and a miss, and Palm able to hang on to it. Oops. See if we can keep that scoreboard accurate for you. 1 out, 2 on. Osbrooks up. First pitch misses down low. Corey Harris singled. Michaela Fuqua walked. Strike out to Davis, and Osbrooks up. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes. Bailey, a sophomore from Scottsville, Kentucky, I'm sorry. There's a ground ball. Short goes the easy out over at third base to get the force out. So a fielder's choice. Tires Corey Harris. Riley Lotzenheiser will step in. She'll try to drive in the first run of the game. Swing and a miss. Lotzenheiser, a freshman from Clarksville, Tennessee, Rossview High School. Marketing major, the daughter of Mike and Miriam. Steal of third base, and Fuqua able to keep a toe on the bag. Not got I believe it's a 1-1 count. Runners now at second and third. Lotzenheiser looks at a pitch down. 2 balls and a strike to the granddaughter of Gramps and Graham Cracker in Lima, Ohio. Catches the inside corner. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the first inning. Lady Pioneers looking for the Framework Athletics first run of the game. That one fouled off to the right side. It'll be in the backyard of Fire Hall number 2 here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Nichols Softball Complex right off of Gallatin Road here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Fastball bores in. Well, our first full count Ministries full count with 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Shelby Green hoping to get an at-bat here in the inning. There's a smash down to third base. Lauren Lenahan bobbled and picked it off the ground. Was able to throw Lotzenheiser out for the third out. So the first 2 reached for the Lady Pioneers, but they could not push any one across. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are through 1 inning, scheduled for 7. We do have a doubleheader today. So stick around for lots of softball here at a beautiful sunny Gallatin, Tennessee on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Heading to the top of the second inning. Lady Vols will send up 4, 5, and 6 to face Caitlin Davis in her second inning. Ella Palm will lead off. First pitch misses down low. Palm swings and misses. Ella Palm, 5'4", sophomore from Aviston, Illinois. Changeup misses low and inside. Palm played and started in all 6 games John A. Logan has played. 7 hits and 19 at-bats. Looks at a fastball up. Count goes 3 balls and a strike to the Lady Vols backstop. On deck, Jillian Jeffries. And instead of taking a walk, she's going to take a hit by pitch. First base runner allowed. Jillian Jeffries swing it from the right side. Jeffries, a 5'7" sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky. First pitch in there from Davis, called strike. Lady Pioneers looking for a do-dat double play here off the bat of Jillian Jeffries with Abigail King on deck. She squares the bunt, lays one down. Davis off and able to retire Jeffries on the sac bunt. Bellevue covering at first base. Out number 1, and Palm moves up to second. Left-handed hitting Abigail King, the left fielder, steps in. – Davis delivers. Catches the outside corner. King, a 5'4" sophomore from Goreville, Illinois. Just a little bit down on that offering. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. King hitting .563 in 5 games played this year. Just a little off the plate. One of 2 home runs hit by John A. Logan, hit by Abigail King. She also has 4 doubles and 10 RBIs. Hitting down in the number 6 spot, having a great start to the year. She drills one, stabbed by Bellevue. Nice stretch there by Lotzenheiser to retire King. Put a star by that one. Out number 2, and Ella Palm moves up to third base. Now with 2 outs, Delaney Hilp, the second baseman, steps to the plate. She swings and flies one out to right field, and that'll end the inning. Fuquay with the catch. And a runner left on third base. Good job by Caitlin Davis to wiggle off the hook there. Leadoff batter reached on a hit by pitch. No runs, no hits, no errors. As a matter of fact, a star by Marianne Bellevue at second base to rob Abigail King of a base hit. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Ladies softball is a lot different than baseball. I'm going to tell you. It's a broadcast for the Pioneers here, and this is my first softball game since last year sometime, and it's just a totally different game. It's a lot faster. Seems like a lot more going on, and different view for some reason. I'm not sure. Smaller field. Christian Lynn's brother, John Thomas, is up here. He's seen a few softball games in his day. His dad coached for 30 years, won 1,000 games. It's a lot of softball. I don't even have time to go to a break, John Thomas. You know what I'm saying? You didn't turn that microphone on, did you? Oh! Assistant coach Brian Drake down at first base takes one off the lower body there. Get a shin guard on. Shelby Green. Puts a tattoo on Brian Drake down there here in the bottom of the second inning. Swinging a dribbler back to the mound. It's not a mound. Shelby Green retired on a ground out. Her second start of the year. Shelby's a freshman from Milan, Tennessee, studying sonography, the daughter of Todd and Janet Green. Now Marianne Bellevue steps to the plate. Not sure what's going on with my scoreboard here. Something's not working. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes to Marianne Bellevue. Transfer from the University of Cumberland's hometown, Rossville, Georgia. Fouls that one off to the right side. That will get out of play. There again. I don't know what that Going to have to watch the count like a hawk here. Got 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch is outside. Now the count goes 3 balls and a strike. Bellevue, daughter of Alicia Moore and Timothy Bellevue. It's one down to third. Lenahan up and over to Jeffries at first base. 2 up, 2 down for the Lady Pioneers in the bottom of the second. Brings up Lydia Kirby, the catcher. Kirby, a freshman from Alvaton, Kentucky. Just graduated from Greenwood High School last May or June. Swings at the first pitch. Fouls that one off the front of the Lady Pioneers dugout. She also is a sonography major. Daughter of Greg and Jennifer Kirby. Has a granddaddy and a nanny. And a nana all in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Swing and a miss. Kirby started both games for VolState, 1 for 6 with a double. 0-2 pitch down in the dirt. Lady Pioneers lost to Sneed State last Wednesday, 10-4 in game 1. Came back and won the second game of the doubleheader, 9-1. Doubleheader action today as that one is popped up in the infield. Avery B makes the catch for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Pioneers. We will go to the top of the third inning. No score. You are listening to the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the VolState Sports Network. We are heading to the top of the third inning. No score between John A. Logan Lady Vols and VolState Lady Pioneers. Corinne Knapp, the number 9 hitter, steps to the plate. Caitlin Davis' first offering, high and outside. Ground ball, slow roller to short. Harris up with it. She will not get Knapp, who reaches on an infield single. The first hit of the ball game for John A. Logan. Slow roller to Harris. Brings the, well, apparently, sorry, not Corinne Knapp. I'm looking on the wrong sheet. Squared around the bunt is JCD's. That was Delynn Eilers with the infield single. Coach Lynn wouldn't like it if Corinne Knapp got an infield single for the Lady Vols. It's just a little up. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. JCD's a center fielder. On deck is Michaela Coburn. She squares around a bunt, lays one down right in front of the plate. Davis up over to Bellevue, moves a runner over. Another sacrifice for the Lady Vols. That's a second sacrifice bunt of the day. Michaela Coburn are grounded out to Corinne Knapp at third base to start the ball game. Fouls that one off to the left side. Katie Davis out in left field playing on the line. There's a fastball that catches that outside corner. Count goes no balls and 2 strikes. And Caitlin Davis. This is outside. So we have a Caitlin and a Katie. Caitlin in the circle, Katie out in left field. One-two pitch. Grounded up the middle off the glove of Caitlin Davis. Throw over to first base is not in time. There will be another infield single. But the ball hit the glove and went over to Bellevue at second. That saved a run. If that ball goes into center field, that's going to be an RBI in the first run of the game. Skylar Rochelle steps in. She flew out to Fuquay and right in the first. She squares the bunt. Throw down to second base is picked out of the dirt by Corey Harris. Coburn will go ahead and, after stopping halfway between first and second, move on to second base as Harris cut that one off. Pitch called a strike. Changeup misses up. Runners at second and third with 1 out in the top of the third inning. Ground ball to third. Knapp looks the runner back and throws over to Lotzenheiser at first. Now 2 outs, runners at second and third. And the pitcher, Avery Buddy. Can't get it. I'm unlearnable. Avery B grounded out to Lotzenheiser at first, unassisted to end the first. Caitlin Davis trying to strand 2 more runners here in the top of the third inning. There's a ground ball back to her, and she's going to do it. A ground out. Sorry to give you the wrong view there, but ground out, pitcher to pitcher. 2 hits in the inning, but they are stranded. No runs, no errors. We are through 2.5 innings. We are scoreless heading to the bottom of the third. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Welcome back to VolState. No score. Lady Pioneers step back in the batter's box. And the aforementioned Corinne Knapp, third baseman, will lead off for the Lady Pioneers. First pitch swinging. Knapp fouls it over to the right side, and Jillian Jeffries corrals that one just before the dugout for out number one. Corey Harris, leadoff batter. Looks at ball one. Harris hit a single over the head of Eilers at short, but was stranded at third base. Delayed call for a called strike. On deck, Michaela Fuqua, who also reached via a walk. Harris hit .375 last year for the Lady Pioneers. It's one down that third base line. It's fair. And that will be extra bases for Corey Harris, who's now 2 for 2. Harris's first extra base hit of the year with one out right down that third base line. And Michaela Fuqua will step to the plate. She saw 4 straight outside the zone in her. I don't know why this computer keeps doing this. I'm obviously doing something I'm not used to doing, so I apologize. Oh, 1 pitch. Harris gets a big lead, and Palm will look her back. One ball, one strike to the freshman from Decatur, Alabama. On deck, Katie Davis. I assume they were teammates down there at Austin High School. She will attempt a bunt. Goes foul. There's not 2 outs. This keeps going like this, folks. I might have to chuck the balls and strikes on here, which I don't want to do, but count now goes full count Ministries, full count. Full Count Ministries is a baseball ministry, and that's how I got my broadcast start. And now I'm drawing that big paycheck up here at VolState, swinging a ground ball over to shortstop, and Fuqua just retired on the play. Harris moves over to third. 2 outs. And Katie Davis will step to the plate. If you got a baseball player and you might be interested in Middle Tennessee area, you can go to fullcountministries.com and check out what the ministry's doing here and around the world. Davis swings at a ball that was outside the zone. Davis choking up and a split grip on that bat. She will square to bunt, lay one down right in front of the plate. It's going to be a tough play. Throw down to first base, not in time, and Corey Harris will score the Framework Athletics first run of the game. For some reason, I guess Davis must have rounded the base at first. Brian Drake, the first base coach, is wondering why she went. I don't know if she had made the turn or not, and Davis must have felt like she had and was in no man's land, decided to run down to second base. She is retired on the play. The run scores, says our home plate umpire, Mike Barrett. Looks up to me as though I'm the official scorekeeper. And, folks, you guys know there's no way in the world I need to be keeping that scoreboard out there. The Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard is having trouble handling this one for the ball game. But we are through 3, and the Lady Pioneers have taken the lead with that Framework Athletics first run of the game, an infield single by Katie Davis. And she is retired. I believe that was 2-4. But since I'm not the official scorer, it doesn't matter what my scorebook looks like. It just matters what's up on that Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard, and it shows 1-0. Lady Pioneers. Athletic Director Bobby Hudson has showed up in the press box. Here we may see about getting him on. He's a little shy sometimes. He may not want to get on that microphone. I had him on for baseball the other day, and I love hearing from the head man here at VolState. Caitlin Davis delivers a strike right down the can to Ella Palm, leading off the 4th. Davis now pitching with the lead. There's a ground ball to the right side. Bellevue, high throw to Lotzenheiser, but plenty tall enough to handle that one for out number 1. Palm was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance. Would have been ball 4, but took one, I believe, on the foot. Jillian Jeffries, who sacrificed Palm to second base, now stands up with nobody on and 1 out. Looks at a ball inside. Davis looks at her wristband, and the pitch is grounded into center field for a base hit. First base hit that got into the outfield for John A. Logan, 3rd hit of the ball game. The other 2 hits, infield variety. Brings it to play Abigail King, who grounded out to Bellevue at second base. Bellevue pulled around to the right side. Not sure why the strike went up. My computer for baseball doesn't do this. Two balls, no strikes to Abigail King. Nine hits, leads the Lady Vols after 6 games. She's looking at a 3-ball, no strike count. Has been walked once this year, struck out once. Three-0 pitch, right down the can, called strike 1. Sure, back in the old days, there used to be a can that was the strike zone. If you can throw it in the can, it's a strike. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 4th inning, scheduled for 7. That pitch is in the dirt, and King will head down to first base, the first walk of the ball game. For Caitlin Davis, now 2 runners on. Delaney Hilp. She swings at the first pitch, fouls one down the right side. Taylor Rogers, assistant coach, coaching first base. Taylor Seifert in her 7th year with the Lady Vols coaching at third. Hilp takes one, apparently a little down. Out goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Hilp's played in 5 games, started 2, 3 for 8, and a triple and an RBI. It's 375 in the early going here in 2024. Changeup misses down. Delaney Davis looking for that ground ball to middle infielder for a do-dat double play. Haven't had one of those yet in the ball game. Be pretty helpful here. Fastball goes high. Delynn Eilers on deck. Hilp ended the 2nd inning with a fly out. She gets jammed on a fastball there and fouls it off. Have another full count. Ministries, full count. A little slow reaction on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard up there that says 3 balls and 1 strike. Another ground ball. This will go foul. So if I was wrong on that one, I'm right now. It is a full count. Maybe I ought to put it up on mine. Okay, that's what's happening. I got when I switch this, we got to get rid of that hot key. That's what the problem is. That's going to have to be fixed. I figured out why my scoreboard's off. Every time I hit the enter button to switch cameras, it puts a strike up there. That's not good. 3-2 pitch popped up in the infield. Second baseman Marion Bellevue put her glove in front of her face. She couldn't see it, but Riley Lotzenheiser makes the catch for out number 2. Might have to just stay on the wide view for a bit till we get this fixed. Delynn Eilers steps to the plate. Infield single to begin the 3rd inning. Strike called on the inside corner. Caitlin Davis trying to pitch out of a jam again with 2 runners on. Single and a walk in the inning. On deck, JCD's. Change up just inside. Davis wanted that one. Count goes 3 balls and a strike to Eilers. Eilers, a 5'4" sophomore from Ava, Illinois. And a strike called at the letters as Eilers was headed down to first base. But she's going to have to look at a full count. Ministries full count here in the top of the fourth inning. 2 on, 2 out. Davis trying to get out of the jam and set to deliver. Change up. Misses just down. And the bases are now loaded. Second walk of the inning. Brings up the number 9 hitter, J.C. Dees. Brian Drake will come out of the Lady Pioneers dugout to chat with the infield. With 2 outs and the bases loaded. I want to thank again Toyota of Gallatin for their support of VolState Athletics, along with Jersey Mike's Subs, located across the street from the eastern entrance as well. It's a very short walk from Toyota of Gallatin, as a matter of fact, 940 Commons Drive. If I had time between games, I'd run down there and get me a number 9 Club Supreme. And I have it Mike's way. Say hello to Julie Johnson, the general manager at Jersey Mike's. Tell them to give you a little bit more roast beef. JCD's center fielder let to step out as umpire Mike Barrett called time. He's got his mask back on and he's ready to go. Jillian Jeffries on at third, Abigail King at second. And Lynn Eilers looks at strike one. Eilers 3 hits in 11 at-bats. She fouls one off her foot. She's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Has a double and an RBI, played in and started all 6 games. Has walked 3 times and struck out once. Caitlin Davis has her right where she wants her on an 0-2 count with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Pop up down the right field line. It will go foul, and we'll get into the bullpen. Count remains 0-2 to the number 9 hitter, J.C. Dees. Am I telling you about Eilers? I think I was telling you about Eilers. Dees hitting .400. Played in 6, started 5. 6 for 15 and a double, 3 RBIs. Michaela Fuqua comes back onto the field. Maybe she was grabbing a bite to eat over there in the bullpen. I'm not sure what took her so long. Bases loaded, and there's a line drive out the right field. That's going to be down. Fuqua picks it up. 1 run scores, and the second run comes in. A 2-run single by J.C. Dees. Gives John A. Logan the 2-1 lead. On the play, Eilers moves over to third base. A little bit too good of a pitch there. Ahead in a count. Now runners at the corners, brought to you by Line to Line. 2-1. Lady Vols lead. Top of the lineup, Michaela Coburn. Runner goes, throw down to second base, down low, and they're not going to be able to get the runner coming in from third. Didn't look like the communication was correct there. So a stolen base will score the 3rd run. Not sure if that was supposed to go back to the pitcher or if it was supposed to go all the way to the shortstop, but there's a line drive to left field. Katie Davis comes on to make the catch for out number 3. But John A. Logan gets on the board with 3 in the top of the 4th inning. And they now lead 3-1. Take a quick break. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Hang on. Tim Reese back at VolState, where we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Lady Pioneers. Ground ball to third, off the foot of Lauren Lenahan, and Osbrooks will reach. Would assume that'll be an E5. Scoreboard does not show hits and errors up there, and I am not the official scorer, but if I was, that would be an E5. Coach Christian Lynn out to talk to Mike Barrett, the home plate umpire. We have a pinch runner that's come on. See if I can see. Did not see her run out. Is that number 3? Is that going to be Anna Harrison possibly? Riley Lotzenheiser grounded out the third. Steps in. Now time called as home plate umpire still does not have his mask on. First pitch drilled out to center field, and that ball is gone. Riley Lotzenheiser ties this ball game up with one pitch. That is Lotzenheiser's first hit in her collegiate career, and it's a line drive home run to dead center field. We are tied here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Lotzenheiser from Clarksville, Tennessee, daughter of Mike and Miriam. Gramps and Graham Cracker, her grandparents up in Lima, Ohio. Swing and a miss by Shelby Green. So the error comes back to haunt the Lady Vols. Ground ball to second base. Hilp up over to Jeffries to retire Green, who's now 0 for 2. Marianne Bellevue steps to the plate. She grounded out to third. In the second inning. Man looks at pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. 4 hits for the Lady Pioneers. Biggest one thus far is the 2-run home run by Lotzenheiser. There's a one hopper to third. Lenahan throws over across the diamond to Jeffries for out number 2. That is the 4th assist by Lenahan, but she's probably thinking about the one that she didn't get. Hit off of her left foot and caromed over to second base, and the next pitch hammered to dead center field. There's a shot again down to Lenahan, and she is true off the bat of Lydia Kirby, now 0 for 2, but 2 runs, one of which was unearned, a hit. Nobody left on base. We are tied 3-3, headed to the 5th. We're scheduled for 7 innings here in Game 1. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Top of the 5th we go. Caitlin Davis still in the circle for the Lady Pioneers. She will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Lady Vols. John A. Logan Lady Vols lineup. Still efforting to figure out what our issues are here with our scoreboard. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes. As soon as we do that, then we can get you that close-up camera. Skylar Rochelle's 0 for 2. She'll take one on the inside corner for a called strike. Rochelle, a 5'8" freshman from nearby here at Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Riverdale High School. And looked at a pitch that might have been just a hair inside there, but a called strike as Davis gets the call. Rochelle, 4 for 10 coming into today's game. Fouls that one off to the right side. Count remains 2-2. She has a double and 2 RBIs. Played in and started 4 games for the John A. Logan Lady Vols. Two is high. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Popped up to the right side. It will not stay in play. On deck, Avery Buddy. Avery B. That pitch just popped out on the right side again. Fuqua over to the fence, and it falls out of your view. Rochelle stays alive. John A. Logan scored 3 runs in the 4th. Single, a walk, another walk, and a single. Drove in 2 runs. It's a 2-run single by J.C. Dees. Full count pitch, another foul ball off to the right side. Plenty of area around the softball field here that don't have to go hunting too far. These softballs don't go too far out of play. Baseballs, they may end up across the street. Full count pitch, and the 4th straight foul ball off the bat of Skylar Rochelle. Rochelle's the DP, the designated player for John A. Logan. Swinging it from the right side. She will take strike 3 called. She started to head down to first base. First strikeout of the ball game for Caitlin Davis to lead off the 5th. Avery B. 0 for 3. Ground out to the first baseman and ground out back to the pitcher. She will take one on the outside corner for a called strike. John A. Logan, 4-2 record. Won their first 2 games of the season. Lost the next 2. Then won the next 2 after that. It's a ground ball to short. Corey Harris up with it after 2 hops. Throws a knee-high strike to Riley Lotzenheiser for out number 2. Two wins against Coastal Alabama North. A loss to Pensacola State and Coastal Alabama, and then followed that with wins against Roane State and Pensacola State again. Ella Palm squares to bunt, pulls the bat back. First pitch to her is inside for a ball 1. Palm hit by a pitch and grounded out. Start her AB out with a bat in front of the plate. Pull it back, and a pop-up in the infield. This should end the inning, and Marianne Bellevue will make the catch for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Caitlin Davis. It's the second one of the ball game. The first inning, 1-2-3, and now the 5th. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th, all tied up. You're listening and watching the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reese back at the Nichols Sports Complex, where we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Corinne Knapp, and then the top of the order, Corey Harris, Michaela Fuqua, to face Avery B. B-U-D-D-E. Buddy, not booty. Knapp looks at a fastball in there for a called strike. Grenwood popped out to the first baseman to begin the third, the second inning. She's led off, grounded to short. First play by Eilers. Retires Knapp. Now 0 for 2. Corey Harris, who's 2 for 2. Steps in on the left side. Singled in the first, doubled in the third, and later scored. Framework Athletics, first run of the game. On deck, Michaela Fuqua. Catches the outside corner. Corey Harris, the daughter of Stacy and Kelly Harris. Also have grandparents Papa Richard and Mama Charlie in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Played in 47 games last year, all starts. 51 hits, 7 doubles, 22 RBIs, hit .375. Now looking at a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Three to 3, bottom of the fifth. Scheduled for 7. Christian Lynn's debut here at home. The count now moves to Full Count Ministries, full count. Harris looking to put one right over the shortstop's head, and she won't have to. She's going to be on for the third time, this time via the walk. Second walk of the ball game by Avery B. And Fuqua will step in. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. Squares to bunt. Strike called. A lot of movement as Linehan charging from third base. Eilers going to cover third base from shortstop, and Hill moving from second over to the bag. There's going to be a steal attempt, and Corey Harris is in there head first. A pitch out. Did not help. Second stolen base of the ball game for Corey Harris. One out. Harris on at second base with the go-ahead run, and Fuqua looking at a 2-ball, 1-strike count from Avery B. Fouls that one. Does that look like a rising fastball there? Fuqua just under it. Outfielders left and right playing straight up. Center fielder playing a little bit the opposite way. There's a ground ball to third, picked up by Linehan. Strike over to first base, but on the play, Harris moves over to third. Now 2 outs. Linehan has been busy down there at the hot corner. Katie Davis steps to the plate. She's 1 for 2. Infield single in the third. Looking to drive in the go-ahead run. Sophomore human services social work major here at VolState. Daughter of Brian and Tina Davis. Has a younger brother, Kalen. I would assume he's in school. She lays one down, and they're going to have to let that one go. And they will. Smart play there by Ella Palm and Lauren Lenahan. Somebody picked that one up. There wasn't a prayer to get Katie Davis at first base. Almost a perfect bunt, but the English working right to left off of the left-handed bat of Davis. Played in 51 games a year ago. 49 were starts. Ground ball to short. And a clean pick by Eilers and a throw over to first base. Retires Katie Davis. And the Lady Pioneers cannot push across the go-ahead score. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. We are through 5. Scheduled for 7 here in Game 1 of the doubleheader between VolState and John A. Logan. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Top of the 6th, John A. Logan comes to the plate. 5, 6, and 7 due up to face Caitlin Davis in her 6th inning of work. Jillian Jeffries, the first baseman, is 1 for 1. First pitch at the knees for a called strike. On deck, Abigail King. Then Delaney Hilp due up third. That pitch missed somewhere. Not sure where. Ladies and gentlemen, everything's going to be okay. Head audio video engineer, A.J. Fawson, has appeared in the press box. It's a ground ball that will go foul. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jillian Jeffries. Caitlin Davis delivers and just got a piece of that one. Was Jeffries. Three pitchers that VolState has thrown out there this year is Laura Walker, Corey Harris in Game 1, then Madison Croxford in Game 2. Ground ball to short. Corey Harris picks and throws out number 1 here in the 6th inning. Jeffries now 1 for 2. And Abigail King steps to the box. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Lots of sunshine here in Gallatin today. Game time temperature of 54 degrees, gone up to 55. There's a ground ball right back to the circle. Davis handles that one easily for out number 2. Saw the pitchers taking some ground balls in yesterday's practice, and Coach Lynn had them hopping in the circle. Delaney Hilp steps in. Nobody on, 2 out. Top of the 6th, 3-3 ball game. 3 runs for John A. Logan. That's just over the head of Bellevue at second base. And Hilp gets her first hit of the contest. Lazy little looper in the right field. They don't ask you how hard, they just ask you how many. Delynn Eiler steps in. She's 1 for 1. Been on base. Both at-bats, a single and a walk. Pops one up out to center field. Shelby Green will come on and make the catch for out number 3 to retire the Lady Vols. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Off the glove of Lenahan down the left field line off the bat of Osbrooks, and she's going to be toasted cheese at second base. Not sure if she thought that Brian Drake was sending her to second or not, but first pitch swinging. Bailey Osbrooks single down the left field line, but she is cut down trying to turn that into a double. So a single but an out to begin the bottom of the 6th, and there's another first pitch swinging Riley Lotzenheiser. So 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lotzenheiser hit her first collegiate home run, a 2-run shot in the 4th. Shelby Green looking for her first hit of the ball game. Looks at that offering from Avery B. outside the zone. Shelby has a granddad and a Gigi in Trenton, Tennessee, and Kay in Milan, Tennessee, down in West Tennessee. She's a 23 grad at Milan High School. She's now looking at a 3-ball, no strike count. She's pretty friendly with one of the baseball players here at VolState, Big John Carter, who they went to high school together down at Milan. John is first baseman, freshman on the other side of campus. Having practice right now with head coach Jim McGuire, the rest of his teammates. I'm sure he'll be down here to watch Shelby and the rest of the Lady Pioneers as soon as they get finished. 3-1 pitch is high, and Shelby Green will reach first base on a walk. Third walk of the game by Avery B. Inning started with a base hit down the third base line just off the glove of Lauren Lenahan, but Bailey Osbrooks thought she could get to second base, but she was thrown out. Lotzenheiser then swung at the first pitch, grounded out. Now a walk to Green, and Marianne Bellevue, who's grounded out to third base her first two trips to the plate. Looking for a two-out rally. She goes the opposite way this time to her counterpart at second base. Delaney Hilp collects and throws on to first base to end the inning. We are through 6. All knotted up at 3. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Move to the top of the 7th inning. John A. Logan send 9-1-2 to the plate to face freshman Caitlin Davis in her first action of her collegiate career. And she starts out D's with a strike on the inside corner. JC D's 1 for 1. Tried to lay down a bunt, missed the pitch. All kinds of problems with this scoreboard I'm having. There we go, 0-2 pitch. Grounded slowly to short. Harris up and over to Lotzenheiser. You know, once you get used to saying that name, it's a fun name to say, Lotzenheiser. Riley, R-Y-L-E-E, Lotzenheiser, common spelling. Top of the lineup, Michaela Coburn, 1 for 3. Grounds one up the middle, backhanded by Bellevue, stumbles, and the athletic stretch by Riley Lotzenheiser, not able to collect that throw from Bellevue, who kind of tripped, and now she's come up checking out her right leg. I'm not sure if it's a knee issue or a groin, but she's doing some stretching out there. All-world trainer Justin McKinney might need to come out and check on her, but he doesn't. I think he's eating a bologna sandwich in the dugout. One out and one on. Infield single. That one's popped up off to the right side by designated player Skylar Rochelle. So Coburn's going to get another infield single on my score sheet. She's 2 for 4. Justin McKinney, I think in his 14th year. Little half swing, fly ball out to right field. Michaela Fuqua will gather and make the catch for out number 2. Rochelle playing a ball game here closer than she'll probably play all year long. I'm sure her family's here in attendance. She is 0 for 4. Avery B., the pitcher, stepping to the plate. Can't pronounce her last name. I keep calling it the wrong name. Runner goes. The pitch is low and inside. Gets through into center field. Shelby Green up with it over to third base, and Coburn will be in third base with a steal and an error on the throw. First error of the ball game for the Lady Pioneers. Coburn gets to third base. I believe the pitch was called a ball. 3-3 go-ahead run on third base with 2 outs. And the third hitter lines one up the middle, and that will be off the knee of Shelby Green. A base hit and an RBI for Avery B. John A. Logan takes the lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Hard hit ball. Green did a good job to keep it close, to not allow Avery to advance. Ella Palm steps to the plate. She's 0 for 2, reached on a hit by pitch. Changeup missed somewhere. Must have been down. So says the only person in the vicinity whose opinion counts, Mike Barrett, the home plate umpire. There's one to his liking, called strike. On deck, Jillian Jeffries. Michaela Coburn with 2 hits in the contest. Avery B. had the single for the go-ahead run. She's 1 for 4. Five, 6, 7 hits for John A. Logan now. There's a ground ball, backhanded. No, not backhanded. Marianne Bellevue looked like she struggled to bend down there. I think she still got issues from the play earlier. And thought she was going to backhand that one and then flip to Harris, but tried to get it the forehand and unable to come up with that one. So runners now at first and second. We'll have a pinch runner. Number 10 for John A. Logan. Anna Rolla will come on for Avery B. Second error of the inning for the Lady Pioneers. Jillian Jeffries steps in with 2 on and 2 out. Lady Pioneers will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Caitlin Davis trying to shut this down right here. Keep it to just a 1-run deficit. Popped up to the right side. Fuqua comes on, looks up into the sun. She grabs it for out number 3. But the Lady Vols of John A. Logan push one across in the top of the 7th inning and take a 4-3 lead. We will go to the bottom of the 7th. Lady Pioneers need 1 to tie, 2 to win. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Bottom of the 7th. Lady Pioneers need a rally. Lydia Kirby, Corinne Knapp, and Corey Harris, the scheduled hitters for VolState. First pitch swinging, popped up in the infield. Delaney Hilp makes the grab for out number 1. Lydia Kirby now 0 for 3, and we have a pinch hitter for Corinne Knapp. Erica Abbott swing it from the left side. Walks up on that pitch from Avery B, and it goes outside. Erica, a freshman from Summertown, Tennessee, daughter of Dwayne and Melody Abbott. There's a mama also in Summertown. Looks at another pitch outside the zone. Freshman accounting major. That one catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Erica Abbott played and started the first 2 games. Went 1 for 5. Coming off the bench here and swings and misses. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes with Corey Harris on deck. Corey Harris looking for somebody. That somebody would be Erica Abbott to get on base. And she's a pitch away from doing that. We'll have a full count Ministries. Full count. Full count pitch. Grounded slowly to second base. The underhand flip is in time to get Erica Abbott. And the Pioneers now down to their last out. Corey Harris has reached base all 3 times. She's been to the plate. She's 2 for 2. Single, double, and a walk. First pitch to Harris outside. Michaela Fuqua looking to come to the plate this inning. Standing on deck. Harris will take that one on the inside corner for a called strike. I think it's about a 30-minute time, little rest time between games. We'll close this live stream out and start another one. Probably 5 or 10 minutes. There's a base hit into right field. The rally starter, Corey Harris, 3 for 3. She is the tying run, and the winning run coming to the plate. Michaela Fuqua is 0 for 2 with a walk. Six hits for the Lady Pioneers, and Corey Harris has 3 of them. Michaela Fuqua looking to get one right here. Strike called. Looks like that might have been in the right-handed batter's box. That ball would have, Fuqua swings at that. That's going to be another assist to Lenahan at third. Popped up down the left field line. It could be trouble, but it will fall foul. Count goes 0-2 to the freshman from Decatur, Alabama. A nursing major here at VolState. Hello to Granddad and Grandma. Granddad in Cortland, Alabama, and Grandma in Decatur, Alabama. My daughter just Left Middle Tennessee for Mississippi yesterday, and it's a 2-hour drive to Decatur, Alabama. My wife and I normally stop at a Zaxby's down there. Swing and a miss, and down goes Fuquay. And John A. Logan takes the first game of the doubleheader 4-3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. John A. Logan moves to 5-2 on the season. Lady Pioneers fall to 1-2. That'll do it for game 1, and we will be back in about 20-25 minutes for game number 2. Thank you for joining us on the VolState Sports Network.